Welcome to Pull Up and Ready War Room Edition. I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
Welcome.
Missed you guys. Where you all been?
Yes, we are back again for another episode. And obviously, as we do it here, we pulled some headlines out of the media and we get to talk about them because we know just as much as you know because we don't read the article either. We just look at the headline and we make our assumptions just like you do. But we're veterans, so we've seen and experienced things a little bit different than you. So we're going to share those opinions. And you're not going to like them all, but we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
And if you
You ready?
don't like them, you come and give us yours too. We'll take you. We don't care.
By all means, right? Bring it on.
We are equal opportunity employer.
Yes, we will ignore everyone equally.
Let's get on.
Let's do this. All right. First one. Another stage of invasion. Russia launches full-scale offensive in eastern Ukraine. Eastern Ukraine.
What do they have left to launch a full-scale offensive? You can't do a full-scale offensive unless you have all your vehicles and equipment and personnel. So it can't be a full-scale offensive.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, I'm glad you brought that again because I'm not on reality war TV. I'm not watching it. I don't really know what's going on in Ukraine. I don't care what's going on in Ukraine. I really am not watching it. I've got problems here in my country, my little first world problems. I'm not really worried about it. And the reason I'm not worried about it is because of this. Because just like you said, what do you mean a full scale? 1 minute you're hearing Russia's dismantled because they can't make any ground. Next thing you're hearing this fear porn again about a full scale invade. What are you talking about? Like, what is really going on over there?
Yeah, I haven't. There's so much about Russia and Ukraine now. I don't follow who is where anymore. I can't. I don't know who's doing what. I don't even know. Isn't East? No. Well, Eastern Ukraine's all the way over by the NATO countries. No. Eastern Ukraine would be on Russia's border.
No, I thought they already did that.
They already go through there. Isn't that how you get into the country? Is through the eastern border from Russia? Russia's western border to the Ukraine's eastern border?
It's what I'm telling you, dude. I don't understand it. And I think at the end of the day, too, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? The COVID flag is gone. The COVID banner is gone. Well, it's dying down. And then, we support Ukraine now as the new cool thing to do. So I think right now Ukraine is dying down and they're trying to bring COVID back. But yet Ukraine's not making it. So I don't really know what's going on, but we need a new banner. We need something to happen so we can get a new banner. You know what I mean? Because this is
why do we need a banner? Why can't we just
live? Well, people need it. Of course they need it. What are you gonna do? Okay. What are you gonna put on your social media? Like, hey, I'm Jim, just a normal guy again. You need something like, hey, I'm Jim. I'm really important. Look, I support Ukraine. I support gays and transgenders. And look, you can't just live your life. I mean, God forbid.
I'm glad you finally admitted it, Jim.
Yeah, well, whatever. I need the banner, dude. I need a banner. Like, it's like an achievement. I think you get some points unlocked or something. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, but the headline makes no sense. Another invasion. So you already invaded them once. You're still there.
Well, this is another stage, right? Apparently, from what I understand, Russia pulled back and they looked like they were retreating, but they were regrouping.
They probably had to.
Right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, surprise, like, what were you surprised that this happened? Like, I don't get it. And then here, I don't know. Did I tell you? Did I plug this guy before? You know John Doyle? He's a younger kid. He's got a YouTube channel.
I think you talked about him, yeah.
Yeah, I plugged him last time, and I'm just like, I'm so impressed with this guy's research. He's got his own views and opinions. You may not like him and all that, but just what he talks about with Ukraine and the research and all that. I don't know. Like, I don't have time to fact check all of his stuff, but I'm just so impressed with his perspective that makes people go, wait a minute, why am I blindly supporting Ukraine? I have no idea what is really going on. And that's the root of this, right? We're giving our opinions based on what? Were you in Ukraine?
Nope.
I mean, you might have an experience of how war works and battle plans and that tactics. Like you might have some experience in that, so you might be able to say, "Well, this doesn't make sense if they, like you just said." But as far as why is Russia there, I don't know. I really don't know. I
I
heard
don't either.
Putin say it. Putin said, "Get your ass off my border. You don't want missiles in Canada or Mexico. So why are you on my border?" Putin said that. And I just don't get it. Like I understand I love this country. I love America. I fought for it. I continue to defend it. But when they put missiles in Cuba, what did we do? We didn't say, "Oh no, yeah." And then everybody said, "Oh, we love Cuba. Let's love support Russia because America's attacking America." No, we said, "No, you get out of here." We
Yep.
stood for our border and we said, "No, that's a threat to us." Well, why is it that we get to be a threat to Russia and Russia can say nothing? But yet Russia can't be a threat to us. Like, why is that? I mean, this is
I don't
war.
know
This
why.
is why
Yeah.
people go to war. Think about you and your neighbor. What if your neighbor got to, you know, do stuff in your yard, but yet you couldn't go in his yard? What are you talking about? I mean, it's not it just doesn't make sense. And all these people just I mean, granted, Russia is the aggressor here. Like, don't get me wrong, you can't deny that Russia went into Ukraine. Like you can't
Sure.
deny that. So they have to take some responsibility for that. But at the end of the day, he made it evidently clear, do not do this or we will do that. And we still pushed forward. We still forced NATO. Now, on the
They
contrary, though,
they didn't join NATO
what's
yet,
that?
though. They didn't join
No,
NATO
no,
yet.
but no, no, no. We've expanded NATO into
Did they?
territories Russia said don't do that. And we've done it.
Has
We've done it.
for who? Which?
Bill Clinton was the first one that moved into
Oh, back that
the
far back. Okay,
yeah, you're
I
going
thought you
back.
meant recently because I knew
Well,
Sweden and somebody else was talking about
Finland, we
going
talked
in.
about that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
But
if they
even
got it in or not.
Poland was in NATO. All that stuff that happened was what they promised they weren't going to do to Russia. You know what I mean? So here we are being the big bully again
Like,
and getting mad when the guy getting picked on becomes the bully to somebody else.
I mean, it's if I don't like somebody, I can promise them something too and go the opposite way because that's one shut
Sure.
them up, and that's basically what I don't know if the United States or all of
Okay.
NATO did. They shut them up and said, "Too bad, I lied to you.
And that's great. So
We're
so don't
protecting
act surprised
ourselves."
now.
Yeah,
Don't act
yeah,
surprised now
yeah.
when Russia says, "I'm done. I had enough." Now
Sure.
I do think if Ukraine is a free country, it's their choice whether they want to join NATO or not, whether Russia likes it or not. It's their choice. But from what I understand, and I don't know, I'm not an expert on this, is there was no solidarity in Ukraine. Ukraine was not all in one group of happy families saying we all want to be in NATO. There's
Is
been
there
infighting in Ukraine for years.
is there solidarity in the United States of America?
No, no.
Okay, so
Yeah, but I wouldn't be opposed to splitting the United States of America and having our own little borders. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I don't think Ukraine was either, but they didn't do it because
Exactly.
they had a whole bunch of Russians that are in Ukraine. I guess a
But
certain
they did do it, right?
I think two sectors of Russia. Well, they're
They
still
did do it
They,
though.
well, they were still technically Ukraine, but I
Right, but
think
Crimea, Russia took Crimea. There was no big, revolt
yep.
against, Crimea was mostly Russian, I think, anyway, weren't they?
Was Crimea part of Ukraine? I don't know what they're a part of. I don't know what they're.
Yeah. The point I'm getting at is if you know the history of Ukraine, it's been chaotic all these
Oh
years.
yeah,
So you can't just walk in and say,
all
"Oh,
of
they're Democrat, pro-American." They're not. They're not
all of
all.
yeah, all of Eastern Europe's been chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, even look at Afghanistan. Like it's
Hung,
another Afghanistan.
Hungary, Bosnia, Kosovo,
Hmm.
all those countries are all
Yep.
Romania. Like Hungary, Romania used to be one thing, but now they're Hungary and Romania. Now they're two. Was it Bosnia and Kosovo or
Herzegovina.
yeah, whatever that one is too. Yeah, so it's all of Eastern Europe. Well,
The former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia. I was
whatever.
there.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
And that's how we had to say it. Yes, the former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia. But that's what I said. Even my son, he loves history. And most Americans don't even know their own history, let alone Ukrainian history, let
Yeah,
alone European history. And that's what I'm saying is it just irritates the crap out of me that these people just grab a hold of a headline or a banner or a sticker and they put it on their little Facebook profiles and they're, "Oh, Ukraine, we're for Ukraine." They have no idea what's even going on. None.
they don't, but it got you talking.
Yeah, I know, right? And I don't even, but the truth of it is, I don't even really know what's going on. but I know more than them, and they just put their little, oh, we're with Hungary. Now you could be with the people that are being, subjected to the violence and war.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could be with any of them.
the innocent civilians. Yeah, totally.
So okay, so let's be real. Like, well, there could be innocent civilians elsewhere getting bombed, and where are the Yemenis? Where was the support for the Yemen people who were getting bombed? And where was the support for those innocent people? If they're on the hate list, then you don't want to support them. It's just crazy. People are just so shallow, and they don't even. Well, then again, here we got a whole show talking about crap we don't know what we're talking about, right?
It's just a headline, Jim. It's just a headline.
And we're moving to the next one because we spent way too much time on that one. Oh my goodness.
We do whatever we want in this show. We can talk about whatever we want.
Right. Well, we're talking about Disney labeled Tinkerbell and Captain Hook as potentially problematic for pushing negative stereotypes.
Excuse me while I go through my safe space.
Dude, that logo you got there with the white circle and that thing. Yeah, that's a little offensive.
No, the guy's gray, actually, isn't he?
No, he's white with a gray circle around him, with a white circle around that, with a black border around that. I mean, dude, you can't do that anymore. That's offensive.
Blame StreamYard. That's their symbol.
I need a safe space.
But so Tinkerbell and Captain Hook.
Well, what's the stereotype with Tinkerbell?
A fairy?
Okay, so what a fairy's a fairy. There's an actual thing called a fairy. Like it's not an LGBT thing. It's not a. What's the offensive part? What's the potentially problematic?
I don't know what anything is offensive nowadays.
Captain Hook. What is problematic about Captain Hook? The stereotype that pirates wear patches and have wooden legs and hooks.
Yeah, exactly. It's a negative. Not all pirates. Most pirates have guns and rob your ships. They don't have patches and wooden legs and hooks anymore, or never.
Does it matter?
Never did. It's a character. It's not real.
But these are the people in Disney. They probably graduated from the Air Force Academy from, whatever, and then they couldn't cut it in the Air Force, and then they got hired by Disney.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, just unbelievable, dude. All right, well, let's move from that fairy to the next fairy. Colin Kaepernick grovels to NFL, says he's fine even with playing backup quarterback.
He just wants to prove a point he can get back in the NFL, and
I think it's awesome that they're not letting him. It's eating him up.
If you're not good, you're not good. Move on.
But it's eating him up, dude. It's eating him alive.
If you think and he doesn't want to go play in any other football league except the NFL. If you are that good, go prove yourself in one of these leagues, and maybe you get picked back up.
Hopefully, it's one of those leagues that is not known like slave traders. They're not a slave league.
But then again, he's like, I'm not going to compare him to this person, but Tim Tebow only wanted to play quarterback. He would not go to another team if he was not going to be the quarterback. Tim Tebow, not in the league.
Mm-hmm. That's it. He put his boundaries. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Tim Tebow ever sued the league and then called it comparable to slave trading. And then,
I'm just saying, if you're not good for the position, you're not good. You're not in the league because you're not good.
Well, my argument is that Kaepernick may even still have something left in it to be a backup. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't take a chance on him. I mean, it's like calling your boss an idiot and then saying, "Oh yeah, can I work for you?" Yeah, sure, come on. I mean,
yeah.
Even worse. I mean, I think comparing them to slave traders, and that's worse than calling him an idiot. And then you want a job with them?
Yeah, you just want to work for him? I'll be a backup for the slave traders.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the backup slave. You can whip me once a week and make me like, what are you talking about, dude? You're an idiot.
You just called them out, but now you still want to work for him. It don't make no sense.
No, it's stupid. It doesn't like. I don't know, man. I don't get it. And he's got millions of dollars.
Oh, does he have it?
I don't know. His wife has it.
Well, is he married?
Is it his wife or was his girlfriend?
I don't know. Anyway, but most I wouldn't say most anymore, but a lot of sports people make money, but they don't know how to save it and invest it properly.
Right, and even that was racist. Do you remember when they were telling you that they didn't talk to the people of color and help them invest like they did with the white people? You remember that?
Well, I
Like, so
remember.
now you need the coach to tell you that? You can't get somebody outside to tell you that? Like, you can't use your millions of dollars to hire somebody to teach you that? Like, what?
I remember Rob Gronkowski said he's never touched a dime of his NFL salary. He's only used endorsements. He's never touched a dime of his salary.
Wow.
So he probably had a lot of money in the bank. He's probably smart.
Yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? Especially when you know you're getting into career. Like, I mean, look at that. You don't even have to, forget about race and stuff like that. Just look at people in general. People that win the lottery. A lot of those people don't know how to handle that money. It's gone like instantly.
And they're more poor than when they won the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have less money. They're more poor, of course, more poor because they lost all their money. But they have less money
Hmm.
after winning the lottery than they did before they won the
Yeah.
lottery.
Because,
Yeah,
well, they develop a spending habit. And then all of a sudden that money's gone. They keep that habit going because they have the mentality that they're rich still.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. And you know what? Like I said, but this guy's rich. Obviously, Colin, he's got money. He got endorsements.
Yeah, he
He's on
still
the
has
woke
endorsements, I
train.
think, too. Yeah, I think he still has endorsements.
Yeah,
So
he's
he's
on the
still making
woke
money.
train, so he could probably start a GoFundMe and they'll allow it. So, yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, dude, you're pathetic. Like Colin Kaepernick, you're pathetic. Forget about the whole movement and the problems you caused. You're pathetic. You call the NFL slave traders, and then you're begging for a backup job. Like, you're pathetic, dude. Go start your own league. Anyways, I'm going to the next headline.
All right, I'm going with you. I don't have a choice, I don't think.
Yankees beat Cowboys to win title to most valuable sports team. How you feel about that?
Well, one, I'm a Mets fan, so I hate the Yankees, and two, I'm an Eagles
Hmm.
fan, so I hate the Cowboys, so I don't care. But is this just in America? Because I don't think I don't think they're the most valuable sports team compared to like the European soccer teams. I think the
Oh,
European
you're
soccer
right. Right.
teams, they might be pretty up there though. I think they're in like the top 10, 8 or 5, but I'm pretty sure some of the European sports soccer teams are valued more. So maybe this is just the U.S. Again, I didn't read the article.
Yeah. I didn't either, so I don't know if it's
Okay.
valuable monetarily or valuable like we can't live without this team. Like I don't know if that's what they mean.
I don't know how it
It
like
can't be monetary. I agree with you said. I've heard this before that European
yeah,
soccer teams are worth
yeah.
way more money.
So football has a salary cap, so they can only spend so much money on players to make money on players. Baseball doesn't have a salary cap, so they can spend all they want on
Well, they
these
have a luxury
players.
tax, they call it.
Yeah, but
Right. It's no
whatever.
cap, right? It's
No,
just a
yeah,
tax
yeah,
that you give. You spend more, but you pay more for
yeah.
the other teams. Yeah.
I mean, the Yankees won more championships than the Cowboys too.
Sure. But I mean, the Cowboys were America's team, right? I don't know how
And
they got that name, but
and nowadays I see a lot more people at football games than you do baseball games because baseball games they pay 164 games a season, 162 games a season or
yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that. 162 or 182, whatever.
Yeah,
162.
and
Yeah.
they play Monday through Sunday. There's not a sold out stadium on a tonight right now at Yankee Stadium. Probably not. you know,
Right.
people got to work the next day. I mean,
Sure.
Sunday football's only one day a week, but maybe because they played so many more games a year, they make more money than the football teams do because they don't play as many. They play 17 official games now a year.
Right.
So 17
Well,
compared to 160 something, that's a big difference.
well, even like I said, even to this day, I don't know if they're talking about their value as of their worth, their monetary value, or just to buy them. You know what I mean? Like if you had to buy either of these teams, it doesn't matter what their money's worth. It's like, what would it cost?
Yeah, I think when they say most valuable sports team, the Yankees are worth 1.2 billion, the Cowboys are worth 1.1 billion. So the Yankees are more valuable. I'm assuming
Mm.
what they're worth, but I don't care about either
Yeah,
team. So
that's what I was going to say. I was neither one are valuable to me because all I care about is we're just gonna just get rid of that, get rid of that. We're gonna
yeah,
be done with that.
I don't even like seeing their names.
Yeah, it just whatever, man. I didn't get to vote for any of those, so I don't know what they're talking about. So it's got to be monetary because there was no vote. I mean, it should be on a ballot somewhere, right? It should be an election ballot.
Yeah,
Every
who do
year
you
you
think's
vote for
worth
the best.
the
Yeah,
best team? That'd be the best team, not the most valuable team.
yeah.
Oh,
Just so
value.
you.
I guess
Well,
it's
it
most
could be
valuable.
value.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it could be
doesn't
value,
have to
just
be
not
money. Money
price
doesn't have
value.
to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Either way, whatever. We're gonna value your time, so we're gonna let you get out of here. So thank you guys all for watching, tuning in to our nonsense and excellent opinions. because we have them. And maybe you want to leave a comment because you disagree with something I said or Nate said, because obviously he's always argumentative. Anyways, thanks for showing up, Nate. Thank you all for being there. Get involved. PullThePinReady.com. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.